doing? It's Friday, May 27th, 2023. This is your friendly truck driver, Edward Ashley here. And I'm back on 25, coming out of Canada again and going down here. There's been a lot of water lately. It's starting to recede a little bit, but man, they almost had flooding back there a couple weeks ago, and it's just now starting to go down. They had a lot of rain last week, so the levels were pretty high. Levels were really, really high. But anyway, I can see the river down there, and I can't look through the camera on the phone because I'm driving, but hopefully it's picking up some of that. But yeah, it's still beautiful out here. Beautiful, right? Very beautiful. Yeah, and our Winnertna a week ago was wonderful. It's smaller than the one we had in Spokane last year, but it was wonderful. You know, it was great. I've already bought tickets for next year, so I got to put in my calendar for next year. And gotta get some things done. So this ought to be good. You know, next year it's going to be in Olympia, so it should be a little bit bigger than the one that was in because Pendleton's a small place. And what surprised me is they were still selling tickets up to when we pulled in. People were just showing up and buying tickets, which I thought they would have been sold out, because last year, I think last year's for Spokane were pretty much sold out, I think. I'm not sure, but I know we had like 1,000 people, 1,000 addicts in it last year. This year I think it was about 400 or 500, something like that. So not quite, maybe half, maybe a little more than half, somewhere in there. It was still good. It was good. We had a good time. Me and a friend, we drove down, had a good time, and then the dog. It was good. So, anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, got a motorcycle behind me, and because I'm a placarded vehicle, I have to stop at the railroad crossings. And it's not. I mean, it's hazmat in Canada, not in the United States, but it's still, I have to use the placards going in, so I just keep the placards, so I have to stop at all railroad crossings. Sorry about that, but the motorcycle behind me, I hope, when making sure he's paying attention, they want to run to the back end of the truck and letting them know, go on by, because I got to stop. Going by, I gotta stop. So anyway, that was him. He went on by. And nice Harley he has there. Went on by. So, but yeah, we had a good time. Last year had a good time. This year, next year, looking forward to next year. But this year, I'm retraining, getting back to the real estate stuff, and my goals this year is not only get out of the driving of the truck. And I love driving the truck, but I don't want to do this for a living anymore. I want to actually have a life, and as I make some money with it, is to buy tickets for some other addicts to give them a shot. I may not, show them what recovery is really like. It's not only the absence or staying off of all the chemicals, but it's also getting a life where we can actually we have fun. We meet with others. You see 1,000 addicts that are clean, and their lives are coming together. Different ones are starting businesses, different ones are getting degrees, different ones are getting, certifications and getting trained. There's a few addicts in Spokane who are now driving the bus. I know 2 that are driving buses in Spokane, which is cool. That we're being represented in the Spokane Metro in their bus service, and they both got got recovery, and they're both working their programs. I know them both, and I've known them both for years. You know, you know, it's a wonderful thing that we get as we see ourselves not just recovering from the use of chemicals, but also gaining our lives back. I know like 2 contractors, you know, that they're both doing really well, and one's got 34, 35 years, one's got 9 years, you know, and they're both contractors, and they, you know, they're doing business the way we're taught to do business. I mean, we're not really taught to do business in the 12th, but we're taught how to conduct ourselves in life, and they're doing business using the same principles and doing well. I mean, quite frankly, I think they're both quite wealthy, honestly. But that's not what it's about. It's about you get your life, you do what God called you to do, and do it well, and then you get blessed in your area. We have a lot of there's a lot of people who decide they want to be counselors. Some in the chemical dependency, some in college, some in codependency, some in domestic violence. You know, all kinds of different counselors, and we're good. We're all those of us who do that are good at it because that's the world we come out of. You know, most of us have been, have suffered some kind of abuse in our childhood, whether it was with our family or the neighborhood or the schools or our early marriage. There's some of us who have had pretty decent lives until we got married and picked wrong, and or chose the wrong friends in college. Actually it goes further than that. But my life was so dull, and I was a perfect kid. I was scared to death to upset my parents, and so I did what they said to do just out of fear. And then when I got older, it's like, I want to try the other side, and I went deep in the other side to where people who grew up on that side thought I was nuts, I was crazy, and that told me I'd made it. I had actually crossed over. I'm no longer this little, like preacher's kid kind of kid. I'm actually a straight out gangster with these other guys, right? And I didn't really see myself as a gangster, but I was on the other side of the tracks and doing stuff that I shouldn't have been doing, and got involved, in a criminal lifestyle, and I was having fun with it because it was exciting. I'd never done it. It was terrifying. And then you get stuck and you can't get out of it, and people put guns to your head. That's not fun. It's not fun at all when they put a gun to your head. It's not fun at all when you get arrested. It's not, those things are not fun. It's just part of that life, but it's not fun. And when you get it, then you boast about, I got away with this, they arrested me, but but it's still not fun. You get away with it, you think you're untouchable, and then you get stupid. And some of us get shot, some of us get stabbed, some of us just get life or get major time. And there's nothing fun about that. And you learn to live within that society and get by and make it yours, and you forget how it is to live outside of that. It's not good. So anyway, I'm just kind of rambling on here. But those are just my thoughts for today. I hope everything's going well with everybody. Nobody's told you yet, I love you, God loves you, and if you can't love yourself, you're bigger than the both of us. I may not be that big, but you ain't bigger than God, so let's just go with that. And you don't have to see him the way I see him. Just, get a personal relationship and see what happens. Just ask. Just say, hey, if you're real, help. That's it. If you're real, help. Watch what happens. The problem is a lot of times we get the help and then we don't believe that that's actually the help we need. It's the help we need, but it's not the help we want. sometimes we do have to go to jail. Sometimes we have to go to treatment. Sometimes we have to go through detox. We got to start from the beginning because we got to learn how to live an unnatural way of living to us. Anyway, y'all have a good weekend. Happy Sabbath to those who believe. Happy Sabbath to those who don't. And enjoy. Treat yourself with love and kindness. Bye.